Hey, what's going on everyone over on the Altcoin Kings YouTube channel? My name is Rob and I'm back with you guys to talk more about the exciting rise of SHIB token in the last few days and what the price movement overall has looked like, and if now would be a good time to consider jumping in and buying more SHIB, given that the recent rise has been somewhere in the neighborhood of 40% just in the last 24 hours here. And I want to drag this out too long. I want to go ahead and show you guys here the price, yes, is up indeed around 40% on the day, which is absolutely crazy. And if you zoom out to the 1-year chart on SHIB, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have been looking at given the recent rise in SHIB's overall price, you will see that we are now on a climax unseen ever in SHIB's history, definitely at all-time highs, and we are continuing to break through the ceiling of all-time highs just hour over hour. So right now is a crazy time if you've been swing trading your SHIB, or even if you've just been using SHIB, or you've been on the SHIB platforms or on Twitter or anything like that. You will have definitely heard about the SHIB movement in the last 24 to 48 hours. Now I want to kind of give you guys an example just to show you what kind of money you could have made if you invested in SHIB back during the initial hype and kind of rode that out until right now. It would have been very, very hard to do, but I do know some people that have done it and have made out very, very well just because they were able to do this. So if you go ahead and here look at the 1-year chart of SHIB, obviously we have the dead zone here into when it got its initial hype, and if you guys don't remember, I'm going to take you guys kind of back on a trip into the May area of the year where Elon Musk went on SNL and there was a leaked script talking about how he would eventually make a SHIB joke. So the SHIB token was already established at that point and absolutely blew up because people thought Elon was going to pump SHIB on SNL. And that's kind of what led to this initial peak right here that you see on the charts for SHIB, where it rocketed all the way up to the triple zero, or to I guess 4 zeros and 3. It's hard to kind of chronicle SHIB's price because it's so low of a value per coin that you kind of have to just do it in terms of how many zeros are in front of the first number, and for a while that sat around here, and then eventually it kind of died off after all the initial hype fell off for SHIB, but then in the last few days here we've had a crazy resurgence, all the way to breaking through the ceiling to making crazy new all-time highs, and this has led a lot of people to have unrealistic standards for SHIB, like getting to a cent or getting to $1. I've seen it all on Twitter in the last few hours, and I definitely think that some of those are crazy outlandish, but if you know how to play your cards here, you could definitely make a decent amount of money flipping SHIB in the next few days, depending on how the price continues to move and where you want to put your money and things like that. So let me give you guys a really quick example to show you what it would look like to have held SHIB from those early days when it was first popping and all the talk about it going on SNL was kind of getting started. So I kind of pre-did this example here for you guys. I wanted to show you what it would look like if you bought 10 million shares of SHIB at this price currently today. So this price is the equivalent to right here on the graph. And now I picked this point for a very specific reason. I picked this point on the graph because it was, slightly before Elon went on SNL, but when the initial hype about that script had already leaked. This was the first time that you really saw the price in SHIB absolutely skyrocket, but it hadn't yet reached its all-time high that it would stay at for a number of months. So I feel like this is a very reasonable time as to when you could have bought, as it is when most people started hearing about SHIB in the altcoin communities. So that's why I use this number as our purchase price here, and I use the sell price as today's current price, which I believe may have changed a little, but more or less it's about the same. So this was the overall numbers that I got, calculating at about 10 million shares, which is roughly about $150 here. You can see that if you would have let this ride for a few months, you'd currently be sitting somewhere in the neighborhood of $670, $680, which is a pretty crazy investment considering that just a few months ago, you would have kind of just, YOLO'd $150 and forgot about it. And I'm sure a lot of people are checking their wallets right now, extremely excited by the fact that SHIB is doing so well. Now I kind of want to throw one more variable into this by just pressing the 0 button on my keyboard one more time to show you what would have happened if you put a decent amount of money, say like your stimulus, into SHIB, which I know some people did as kind of a meme, but I want to show you what that would have turned into. So if you would have invested your stimulus just out of pure YOLO, I don't care, whatever, have fun with this money, here's what would have happened to it. So if you would have put about $1,500 into SHIB right now today, you'd be sitting somewhere in the neighborhood of $6,800, which is absolutely crazy for a dog coin to get this high, and his numbers unseen since something like Dogecoin was the primary thing in the news, and I definitely think is something that a lot lot of people probably did and forgot about, just kind of left it alone to grow by itself, and are now checking back on their wallets depending on what platform they're on, and are extremely excited to see the appreciation that such a coin has given them, because it seemed like something that would just die off into nothingness, but has obviously had, you know, a sprout into the mainstream. And I want to further this kind of line of thinking by showing you guys that hashtag SHIB is actually trending on Twitter right now. So it's, you know, it's pretty crazy, and there are, you know, a ton of tweets going up right now doing volume analysis and stock analysis on SHIB, something like I haven't seen in a very long time. And I think that the SHIB community is revitalized on a level that we have not seen in a very, very long time, especially if you've been following the coin for a while. All right, so that's really all I had to talk about in this video, guys. I kind of wanted to give you my quick analysis on the Shiba Inu token right now and tell you guys whether or not I think this is a good time to buy. And honestly, if I'm giving you an honest answer here, I do not think now is a great time to reload up on your SHIB unless you think that you're about to miss the biggest train ever. I do think that we will see a dip down in the next few days, and then we'll see a strong rebound from that. So I definitely think if you wait a few days, you'll have an opportunity to kind of dollar cost average down if you already bought, or if you're thinking about buying. Now is probably not the best day to do it. I would wait a day or two to see what happens. I'll definitely be posting update videos on the SHIB situation as we kind of move throughout the next few days to let you guys know what the price of SHIB is, what the valuation is, what Twitter's doing, what Reddit's doing, everything like that. So that's really all I had to talk about, guys. I want you guys to go out and make your own financial decisions regarding SHIB. So yeah, it's been Rob. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace.